Hey, good morning. Welcome to the live daily dose. I should call it the 805 show, the 805 daily dose. Oh, I get all ready and prepped, and today I had to get the car warmed up. The house is occupied. People are, my office, which is typically my house, the kids are sleeping. They're off from school. Maybe got teenagers like me. And it is Monday. And I was thinking they were back to school. I totally forgot. But they're not. They're off for another week. My son's up. He's going to the gym. But the house is quiet. So this, as you know, you're like, Mark, you're in your Jeep all the time. Well, I'm actually in my driveway, in my second office. Had to get the car started. But I was actually in the process of getting this live at 8 o'clock. I was ready. And I was like, you know what? I have to actually change up the name. I got to change up the title of that because here it comes, the end of the year, start of a new year, resolutions are coming, making progress, trying to lose weight. That's the number one thing people want to do. I know full well it's something that I help people with. I've been helping people with for the past 25 years. You want to know more about what I do, shoot me a private message. End of the year, I'm doing a crazy blowout special, but that's not what I want to talk to you about because it is Monday, and I want to talk to you about the greatest threat to your New Year's resolution. It's interesting that the greatest threat. Okay, well, I gotta lose weight, Mark. I want to be encouraged here. This is a show. You told me this is something that I can be encouraged and inspired. Listen, if you want, I want to actually get to know you, so let me know you're here. Even if you're catching this on the replay, go ahead and pop down in the chat. Just say good morning. Don't worry, I won't call you out. It's okay. If you want to just be a voyeur, that's cool too. Welcome to the Daily Dose, episode 270. Just so you know why 270, because 270 days ago, I made a decision to come on live and to do a daily show, just to provide in the time when everything was locked down and people were going all over the place, scattered, not knowing what to do, how to work out, being discouraged, being disappointed, being angry, frustrated, stressed out, all those types of things. So I decided to start a show, 8 o'clock, Daily Dose. Here we are, 270 days later. We're going full year, right? The year 2020 is almost over, and I know you may want that to be behind you. But the reality is, here you are, there's a new year in another week, less than a week, 5 days away, right, for a new year. And maybe you put some weight on, and maybe it's not just the weight from the last, 10 or 12 months. Maybe it's a weight from the last 10 or 12 years, and you're struggling, and you're frustrated, and weight's going up and down. Maybe you even got on a good track over January, and then all of a sudden the lockdown happened, right, and pandemic and COVID and all that stuff. And here, I don't want to talk about that because there's too many people already focused and talking about that. So let's talk about really, truly the greatest threat for you making progress and succeeding in your New Year's resolutions, weight loss goals. And it's this. Your greatest threat isn't that you're going to give up. Your greatest threat is actually ease. Your greatest threat is ease of losing weight. Seriously, if you were to think about this, what I've found over time is the New Year's resolution, everybody gets pumped up. We're fired up. Let's lose some weight. Let's lose those 20 pounds. Boom. I'm going to do it the quickest way possible. And you're going to go extreme. You're going to go extreme workouts. You're going to go extreme dieting. You're going to, you've never fasted before. Now you're going to fast 2 full days, a week, and you're going to go extreme, right? And you're going to do a crazy calorie reduction, which partly may be something you need, right? Based on the holidays and what you chose to put in your mouth, what you chose to drink. But what happens is you go on this extreme method to lose weight, an extreme method to work out. You go hardcore. You get in that spin. You've never been on your bike that's sitting in your garage for the past 3 years, and you're going to jump on a Peloton and go hardcore for 60 minutes, and then you're going to not be able to walk for like 4 to 8 days because your body is so sore. You're going to go hardcore and you're going to go extreme, and you may even be able to endure it. And you actually will, chances are, if you go extreme, you're going to get some quick results. And the problem is, now you're Mark, how's that ease? Well, the ease of getting those results, that truly is going to be the threat. Because when I found people that go on these extreme diets, even people that go to the extreme Now hear me out on this. Even the people that have gone to the extreme to go to the doctor, to go to the surgeon, now you're at 100 pounds overweight and you've tried all the things. Mark, I've tried all the quick fixes. I've tried the diets. I've tried the trainers. I've tried the gym memberships. I've tried this, that, and everything else. And now, I've failed. And I'm at the doctor's, and I'm 100 pounds overweight, so I might as well just get the surgery. I might just go, get that gastric bypass, get that sleeve, tighten it up, not be able to eat that much. And guess what? I know people, I've met several people after who have failed. And you know what? Because that becomes easy. Maybe not easy to make that decision. Maybe it's a hard option, but maybe you have no other choice, right? And the problem is then, boom, the weight comes off. Almost overnight, 100 pounds, boom, 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 boom. Maybe you know somebody that's had that sleeve that's taken off the weight, boom, 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 really, really quick, ease. It became easy. The greatest threat, you see, isn't necessarily failing. The greatest threat is actually succeeding too quickly. You see, if you think back to the most successful people, I look at my business coach, I look at people who I admire in all different realms, in all different areas of life, people that have truly succeeded, like have really become successful in a lot of different ways. Typically, it didn't come overnight. It wasn't easy. It didn't just happen with ease. In fact, I'm going to warn you this last week of 2020. Now, maybe there's a lot of things that weren't easy in 2020. I hear you. There's a lot of people were on the struggle bus, myself included. For a certain time in certain areas of my life, I was definitely struggling, right? It's hard for me to hold in maybe some of the anger and frustration that I have. And it's hard to bite my tongue or to be cautious with the words that come out, right? I know people are listening. It's very, very challenging. But I will say, when it comes to losing weight in the new year, in the New Year's resolutions, the biggest threat you have, to be completely truthful, is losing it easy. I see, and we're going to see it. Chances are, if you're paying attention now, you're going to pay attention. You're going to be chimed into the people that lose 20, 30, 40 pounds in like no time. I did keto, and I lost 40 pounds in the past 8 weeks. Now, don't get me wrong. I have people that lose a bunch of weight early on. They start making some significant changes. They turn their life around. Literally, it's almost like a light switch. But that actually isn't necessarily the great thing. Now, you may see all the success stories that I post on here, but that necessarily isn't. It's almost a threat, because what happens is it gives you the ability to back off. It gives you the ability to get comfortable. And you know what happens when we get comfortable? Well, you're sitting here at 2020, the end of 2020, and you're comfortably 40 pounds overweight. You're comfortably 80 pounds overweight. You're comfortably sitting on the couch watching Netflix instead of getting up and going for a walk. Does that make sense? I think the enemy likes to attack and hit us by making us comfortable. And things that become easy, guess what? Then we become comfortable. And I think that's the other challenge, is not just with it being easy, because truly, honestly, if you're wanting to just lose weight, it is pretty much easy. There's a number of ways you can do it. And you're like, well, I should say it's not easy. It's simple, right? But it is the ease of it. Like, there's pretty much an endless amount. You can go on Google and find 1,000,001 different ways to lose weight. The problem is you're thinking in the short term. You're not thinking, do you want to get the weight off and keep it off for life? Now, the most successful people that I've seen in weight loss, that have been on a weight loss journey. It's a journey. A journey you don't hear of as it's like a 3-day event, right? A journey typically is a longer period of time, more of a marathon versus a sprint. So if you can tackle your new year, I know, new year, new you, you're going to make the transformation. You're going to lose that 40 pounds that have been sitting on your body for the past 10, 15 years, right? Maybe even an extra 10 from this past kind of crazy year we've all had, right? Realize, take a deep breath. Let's do it together. Let's realize that it's not going to come off and stay off, and it's not going to be easy. What happens is you have to start to make changes in your lifestyle. Now, does it mean you have to stop eating carbohydrates? No. Does it mean you can't enjoy the holidays? No. Does it mean you have to stop watching Netflix? No. But you do have to make some choices. And the first choice I want you to make is to realize if it's taken you 10 years of ups and downs and struggles, if you've been struggling with your weight for 10, 15, I even hear people that have been struggling with their weight for over 30 years. Seriously, like this may be you listening in right now. And if it is, I'm sorry. The good news is you've been struggling, and guess what? You haven't failed because you haven't stopped. You're still maybe struggling, okay? I'll give you that. But if you haven't given up, there's hope for you. The reality is you can get on a better path. You can get around. Now, the suggestion for me, for you, is to embrace that it's not easy to lose weight. Embrace it. If you embrace going into the new year knowing that this is going to be a journey for you, like if you have 40 pounds that you've been struggling with for 10 years and you're expecting it to be perfect in 10 weeks, you're setting yourself up for failure. Now, the last thing I want you to do in the new year is what I see time for the past 25 years. Time and time again. It's why the gyms are packed. It's why you'll see 1,001 commercials about weight loss products. You're going to hear everybody buying a Peloton and everybody buying the newest, latest, greatest home gym piece of equipment. What is it? The Tonal, the Mirror, whatever that is, right? And they are going to feed off of that. They're going to get you into believing, and then you're going to want the quick results. And why does a lot of equipment, let's just go there for a moment. Why do I know a ton of people who bought a Peloton a year ago or 2 years ago have sold them already? I know a ton of people that have. Why are you getting on your Peloton that's actually somebody else's old Peloton that you got for a deal, right? Because the reality is you're going to be that next one. Why? Because what happens is then you think that's the instant magic potion, magic formula. Like there is no magic. If there was a magic wand and a magic secret to make it easy to lose weight, trust me, if I had that magic wand, if there was any magic wand out there, I'd be waving it everywhere at everybody. Because I can tell you the reason why I would wave it around as many people as could, because when you get the weight off and you truly are on a healthier path, you're living a healthy lifestyle. Like you're feeling strong, you're feeling confident. You look at yourself in the mirror and you said, you know what, there's a work in progress, but I'm happy that I've been putting the effort into taking care of my own personal health. And guess what? I'm happy that I see my children watching that, and I'm happy that I see people around me, my neighbors and my family. Not that I'm doing it for them. I'm happy that they're benefiting from it. They see the energy that I have. Like, I am truly grateful for that. When you realize that that is not something that comes easy, it comes over time. It comes with progress. It comes with not giving up. The reality is if you've been giving up and starting over, the good news is you're starting over. The bad news is if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, every New Year's resolutions, you make these incredibly difficult promises to yourself that you're going to lose 40 pounds in a month, that you're going to work out at that gym that you bought the gym membership for every single day until the weight comes off, right? Trust me, hey, we are built to do hard things, but when your body has been going for 20 years, not doing anything hard, it's going to take time. It's going to take more than just a little effort. It's going to take more than just a little bit of guidance, a little bit of motivation, right? Enough with the motivation already. It's going to take discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency. How many times do I need to say this year after year after year? The reality is most people fail because two things. They're not disciplined, therefore they can't be consistent, or they lose the weight quick. People tell me all the time, Mark, I've had success. I was successful. Aikido works for me. Weight Watchers worked for me. That trainer worked for me. Well, it didn't, and here's why. It didn't work for you if you're still struggling with that weight. There's difference between finding a quick fix, even if it was working with your trainer for 6 weeks or even 6 months, right? Like that might have been a quick fix, but if you didn't learn what you needed to know and needed to do to build your habits so that you can pursue a lifelong, healthy, like think of that. Can you imagine going into 2021 and learning and it maybe not being easy, realizing 40 pounds, 60 pounds, 100 pounds is going to be a lifelong journey. 5 pounds for some people may be a lifelong journey. It isn't going to be easy because what happens when you take the weight off? Then you got to learn what you need to do to keep it off. Well, like I'm in maintenance mode right now. Please don't say maintenance mode. Please don't say maintenance mode. The reality is we're not. If I stayed 48 the rest of my life, then maybe we can talk about maintenance mode. But the reality is I'm getting older. You're getting older. Things are getting harder. Things are aching. Stiffness, aches and pains, all those types. A little harder to get out of bed. A little harder to eat a couple slices of pizza without it going on that muffin top, right? That pizza top, if you will, right? Or going around the hips. You hear me when I'm saying this? Is that the greatest threat going into 2021 truly is ease. Is that it becomes easy. You lose the weight. You're like, I've done this before. I can do it again. It becomes easy. And then guess what? You get kind of comfortable with that. So my goal for you in 2021 is that while I want it to be as simple as possible, and I make it super simple for the people that are in my program, like literally it's the most simplified in 25 years of doing this. In 25 years of coaching, training, working in group fitness, owning my own gym, having personal trainers, everything and anything in the whole fitness arena, if you will. And over the years, it's never been more simplified now than it's been ever before. I used to make it too complicated. People make it just too complicated, right? You don't have to make it too complicated. And guess what? When you don't make it complicated, but realize that it's going to come over time, over a process, there's going to be a give and take. It's not going to be easy. It can be simple, but it's not going to be easy in a sense that if it does become easy, you have to stand on guard and realize that this is a process. Don't just lose weight. Lose weight and gain your life back. Lose weight and gain your life back. How do you do that? How do you do that? Over time, the long haul, not the short term. If you want to do that, hit me up down below. Let me know that this inspired you. That's all I ask. If you want, share it with somebody. It's 8:25. I think I've been on here for maybe 20 minutes. If this encouraged you, and you're like having a heart-to-heart moment right now. Tonight we're doing a 90-day training plan with my coaching clients. We're going to get some specifics on what they need to do. We're going to get some clarity on what they need for the next 90 days to be successful, not the next 9 days to drop 20 pounds by fasting or doing some cleanse, right? Oh, I lost 15 pounds in 15 days, right? Good luck keeping that weight off, right? We're not talking about this. We're talking about, and this is a short term. We're doing a training for short term, 90 days. That's short term, right? Think about the next 3 years. Where do you want to be? Is it going to be easy to get the weight off? It's not going to be easy because if it takes 15 days to get 15 pounds off, how are you going to keep it off for the rest of your life? Anyway, I hope this helped. I hope this Monday stirred up some encouragement in you. If it did, if you enjoyed this, let me know down below. Just go ahead, post some fire emojis, post thank you. That was encouraging. Share it with your friends. Talk to you soon. Hey, by the way, on a side note, I have 2 spots remaining, end of the year-end special. That's all I got to say. If you're coming to me in a month, next month in January, when you're like all fired up, like you didn't get in on the best deal ever. Like crazy deal, insane. So if you're serious and ready, please don't reach out to me. If you're not serious, if you're not ready, don't waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. I'm only looking for success stories. Moving into 2021, my goal is to only take on success stories. Nobody that's kind of like, I kind of want to lose weight and I kind of want to get in better shape. But Mark, I want you to do the work for me. Please just tell me what I need to do and then can you just do it for me? That's not what I'm looking for. Trust me, in the past 25 years, I've had plenty of those. I don't want any more of those. I don't want anybody that's got their foot halfway in the door. I don't have anybody that's thinking that they're going to lose 50 pounds that they've had on their body for the last 10 years in 5 weeks. It's not going to happen. There's a journey that's going to take place. There's a process. It isn't going to be easy, but it's going to be way easier when you have an expert alongside of you along that journey. That's all I got. Take care. Have a beautiful, blessed Monday and an amazing last week of 2020. We'll see you.